We are going to be seeing something I've been working on for a very long time today. I am so excited that this project is done. I thought it would take like a week, maybe 2 weeks, but guess what? It took me months. I'll tell you a few of the dilemmas that I came across and the solutions I came up with, and we will just check this out together. I'm so excited to show you. It is my new and improved laundry room. Hi, welcome to my channel, Finding Value. I'm Carrie, and I would love for you to join me on a journey to finding more value in our lives. Please like this video and subscribe to see more like it. Thanks. In this video, I will be showing the before of our very messy laundry room. It really felt like every time I tried to go in there, I had to climb over things, I had to move things to just accomplish a task or find the thing that I was looking for. We don't have a garage, so it really is the main area that we store things in. And you will also see the messy middle, where it took a while to decide what we needed to get rid of, decide where the rest of the things should go, and to find the right place and organization for everything. So, and you'll also get to see the ending, where we have the big reveal and the new and improved laundry room that is really functional and still stores a lot, but in a more organized way that doesn't drive me crazy anymore. So that is exciting for me to show you. Let me walk you through the chaos that was our former laundry room. Oh yes, we were washing some shoes. Actually, these were probably before we washed the shoes. Laundry, storage right there. Yes, we need to store games in this room too. My husband dries his shirts in this room. A lot goes on in this laundry room. Here is our storage shelf, mostly of laundry products and a few other random needed items that we use around the home. We have sewing machines stored in here, paint stored in here, some pretty nice cabinets that we need to use a little bit better. Yeah, some broken cabinets down at the bottom there. Oh, I'm pointing to a pottery wheel that I really, really loved. Got as a gift from my parents, and I just don't really have a use for it right now. So I'll tell you what we did with that later. Showing you some more storage here. We have a big shelf that is jam-packed full of items. Totally miscellaneous items. Some things like caulk and camping items and tile, and this is our gift bin. Keep some random gifts in here that we need to use in the future. My husband's basketball bag and some other random bags. I have no idea why, but I thought that a few very important things to file should go in files in the laundry room. We're definitely changing that. We use this dehumidifier quite often. So there you have it, our laundry room. What a mess. I also mentioned that there were a few dilemmas that I came across through this declutter, and I just want to highlight them here. Number one, we knew about this one, but we don't have much storage, and we really only use this space as storage. Besides a shed outside for outdoor items, this is our main place that we store items, and we still needed that to happen. It could not just be a laundry room, so we had to come up with some creative ideas for storage in this room. Number two, I'll just call it Facebook Marketplace. Yes, that became a little bit of a dilemma during this, and I'll get into that more later. And number three, I don't really want to talk about this one, but mice. We had a little bit of a mice issue during this process, and it really halted my ability to get into the laundry room and to get going with this project again. Help me. Help me. There's too much to do. It's been really overwhelming for a very long time. So here's where Facebook Marketplace came into play. This table my husband found free on Facebook Marketplace. He also found a great deal on these brand new bleacher chairs. So while I was decluttering, he was finding deal after deal. That's just how it goes sometimes. He is actually very supportive in this minimalism journey, decluttering, but sometimes there's things that he finds, like this inversion table, which he would have hoped helped his back, but he did not like being upside down, so he sold it. These are some camping mats, along with a bunch of other camping items, like a tent and some mattresses he found on Facebook Marketplace. Here's where we were redeemed a little bit. This pottery wheel took up a lot of room in our laundry room, and we were able to sell it on Facebook Marketplace. So I got a little stuck on this laundry room project. It's always so overwhelming to me. I think partially because there are a lot of things in here I just need to ask my husband about, but it's also just kind of a yucky room to be in. I don't know, I don't really enjoy that. But one day I did just kind of get the bug to get a few things out, and I thought, well, at least I can clean those areas, and so that's what we're working on today. I had asked my daughter if she would help me just pull out some games. So if we can see behind me here, we usually keep our games on this shelf, so that's empty. And then we also keep a bunch of just typical laundry room items, I think, on this shelf. We took those out, and those are the areas I want to clean today. Wish me luck. So above the shelf is a place that we actually caught a mouse in a trap. So we knew it was time that we needed to sheetrock and seal off this area. So yesterday I told some friends that they could come over next week, thinking, oh, my house is pretty clean, I think that'll be pretty easy. Then I remembered I was working on this project and that our basement looks like this. So as you watch this part, just remember that I never really saw this room as a finished room. It's not a finished room, but I definitely should have kept up the cleaning of it more. So today is the day that we are cleaning these shelves and repainting them. What you doing, Avery?
Painting.
Thanks for being my helper.
You're welcome.
So I'm in my laundry room and I am painting the cabinets, and I was trying to come up with a way that I could kind of cover this glass, because I'd like to keep maybe gifts or something in these cupboards. Don't really need them to be open glass. Plus the glass, you know, around the edges it's been painted a couple times. Let's see if I can see a spot here. It's just kind of dirty and there's paint on the glass already. I'm just wondering about painting the glass. I think it would give it kind of like a shaker style a little bit. I think that would look nice in here. I like enclosed things. I don't really like it when you can see into cupboards. I like all of my clutter to be contained. So I'm thinking about that. We'll see if I decide to do that. Ooh, I just want to document all of this. Every time I put some white paint on, it just feels so much more clean and fresh in here. I'm just loving it. Here's another one of those unfinished corners. We put sheetrock on this and painted it white so that it's all sealed up now and it looks so much better. I wish I would have remembered to take a video of that, but we have our heavy shelf in front of it now, so that is one video that I am missing. When the hubby says he's going to the dump, we look all over the house and get our large items out of here. It felt so good. So this is what I see when I first walk in my laundry room now. Before, in this section, we had a shelf that ran across here. So all of this was filled with storage and just things that we were kind of dropping there. But I really wanted a place for my art. This kind of rainbow picture doesn't really match my decor anywhere else, but I kind of like this one, so I wanted to find a place for it. and I thought the laundry room would be a perfect spot to brighten up the laundry room a little bit. We also decided to paint white over these blue cabinets and the white sheetrock that was on the wall. This still is not a finished room, but my goal was just to brighten it up, clean it up a little bit, declutter so that we weren't climbing over things, and I think I accomplished that, so I'm very excited about this. I think that this whole top section above the shelf, where am I here? There we go. All that was full of things, I guess, typically that we don't use because we get rid of them. And over here in the corner, we did want to keep this 2 different humidifiers. We really do use those, so we wanted to keep those. And I am loving these cabinets. Let's get a little bit closer over here. I just think they look so clean now, and we are putting gifts in there. We'll probably get some child-proof locks just to keep the temptation away for our kids, but because they are hidden behind the painted doors, I don't think that will be too much of a problem for peeking issues, and we'll probably wrap up the ones we really don't want them to see. And this little drawer system was actually where we used to keep the gifts. Obviously not very private because the drawers are see-through, but now we just have some extra things that we need to store in here, mostly kind of house improvement things. This is filled with our drop cloths. And then we have paint supplies. Down here we have light bulbs, which I actually used to keep in a different room, but that closet was getting too full, so this is a nice place to keep our light bulbs. And down here, keep a few things for holiday, mostly birthday party decorations, and sometimes some extra Valentine's, things like that that we just need to store till next year. Maybe I can pop in a picture of my daughter's last birthday. I made a paw print cake for her because she loves the Paw Patrol. She loves the Paw Patrol, so we made that cake. This is not focusing very well. Let's see. So in here we have birthday supplies, maybe other holiday supplies too. Things like Valentine's or things we might need to hold on to next year. Birthday candles, balloons, decorations. Maybe I can pop in a picture of a cake that I made with this cake pan. Found it! Here is the paw print cake that I made for my daughter's Paw Patrol birthday. She loves sky, so we made it pink. So this drawer has sanding items and items we use for caulking. All fits nice and neat in there. And the last drawer, just some random home repair things that I found. A few boards, maybe even some more signs to make like this if we need more storage areas, some tile, this for the front door, just things that we might need in the future. One item that we do really love and use often is this laundry separator. We actually had a different one that was light tan, but it was starting to rip, and this one we got on Facebook Marketplace for, I believe, $10 or $15, and it's working just fine. So that was a little bit of an upgrade for us. We use this dehumidifier all the time, especially when we're drying clothes in here. And over here we have an extra fridge and freezer, which we use occasionally. This might not be the best place for this, but this is my manicure type items. I mostly have Jamberry. They are vinyl stickers, I guess you could say, that you put on your nails, and they last a long time. Lots of different cool designs in there, and of course everything else that goes with manicures. See, I told you we don't have a lot of storage in this house. We did stick our paints back in here. We mostly only keep the paints that match the walls that we have currently, and then we have a few bottles of spray paint just in case we need to spray paint something. I love this. We used to just stick these items between our furniture in the laundry room, or shelves or things like that. But now we have a nice place on the wall to hang our drying rack, which actually is also new from Facebook Marketplace. My husband kind of went on a little Facebook Marketplace buying spree, I guess you could call it. And during this process, we accumulated a lot of new things, but some of them are upgrades. We used to have 2 or 3 of kind of a cheaper version of these, and now we don't. We have just this one and our small little ironing board there. This black shelf here was also new to us. We got it free one day at a neighborhood garage sale, and even though it looks bigger, it actually doesn't hold as high of bins as this shelf did, so that was a little bit tricky. We thought we were just gonna use this black one and get rid of this one, but I'll explain that in a minute. My husband got a bunch of camping items on Facebook Marketplace, and he really wants to do a lot more camping now that our girls are older. So on the top here is camping, 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 and then down here there's a couple other bins that are mostly my husband's storage. So this whole rack is basically his. That was our solution for the few extra camping items that he purchased during this time. So he gets basically that whole rack, and that's totally fine. Those are the items that are important to him. Now this rack had a really bent shelf in it. It was one shelf higher than it is currently, and my husband was going to take it apart, take off that shelf, and then just sell it for maybe $5 on Facebook Marketplace. But since he worked on it so hard and really liked it afterwards, we have decided we're going to keep it for a while and use it for anything we declutter until we can actually donate it or take it to the place where we're going to have a garage sale. We are just going to keep extra boxes that we accumulate and try to fill them up along the way and stick them on here so they're kind of out of our space. That was the one main problem with this room, is that it was our storage. So when we got a box of things we were decluttering, we just stick it in here, and it would just became a royal mess. So hopefully this will help that be a little bit more organized. And after maybe this next year of decluttering, I'm hoping we are on more of a minimalist trend and we won't need the shelf anymore. And we can, I'm hoping, get rid of this one and maybe just have space to actually have this drying rack sitting out in our laundry room for everyday use. So I mostly don't use the drying rack. My husband does. He doesn't like to dry his t-shirts, things like that. So, but he does use the drying rack quite often. We have this old washing machine, but I actually love it. It holds a lot of clothes, and it really still washes them all. So we're keeping that. Now I believe that I had a picture of how nasty this sink was before. I mean, it doesn't look sparkling clean right now, but I really felt like this was an unfinished room, didn't clean it much at all, and so that was years and years of disgustingness that was going on it. And I have been using Simple Green, pouring that right straight on there, scrubbing it with a scrub brush, rinsing it off probably 4 or 5 times. So this is the effect that we got, and it's just way better than it was before. So we are thankful for that. If there are any tips on how to get this like perfectly clean, that would be great. But for now, this is good enough. After a little while of living at our house, we did end up getting a new dryer, but it's probably at least 10 years old, maybe 12 years old now, but working fine. A lot of times if we wash shoes or clean something that needs to be have a fan drying on it, we'll just prop it up here. So we like to keep our fans kind of handy. And as you can tell, I'm going to try to focus in here how white and clean the shelf looks. I mean, it was disgusting before. Again, like I said, I really rarely touch this room. for cleaning and just putting some paint on it. And actually, I have cleaned it a couple times since I painted it. I think I'll upkeep it now because it just is a lot more appealing to me. And I want to keep this room nice and clean. So, lastly, this shelf is probably where I did the most organizing. We have all of our kind of laundry items down here, cleaning buckets, and some things we use this sometimes to clean out the dryer, lint. These are the Ziploc storage bags. Heard great things about these, but I haven't used it yet, so let me know in the comments if you like those. And if I use them, I'll try to let you know. So, other than that, I just made these labels for buckets so we can really tell what is in here. We have an iron bucket, extra lint traps and sink stoppers. Yes, you know we had some mice issues, so we do have a couple of buckets of pest control or bug control. We get a few ants in the house in the spring. That's about it for bug control. I guess we spray for spiders around the outside of the house once or twice a year. My husband likes to keep little things to start campfires, so we keep just some toilet paper rolls with, actually I think he has dryer lint in there. And then I have a few cutters in here, like little, what would we call them? Just little sharp cutters. Otherwise, I also have a mat cutter in there that I just didn't want my kids to get a hold of, and some extra hardware knobs and pulls that we may use in the future. Shoe polish, gloves. Come on. There we go. We collect some items throughout the year for Operation Christmas Child, and then we do boxes that we send in. I really love that organization, so check into it if you've never heard of it. And then we have a steamer that we use occasionally, and extra dryer balls for the dryer, and a few electrical items. So, one more thing that I should talk about is with our mice dilemma. This is actually where we normally catch our mice, so we try to keep mouse traps up there, although we hadn't had them for a while. We did add some sheetrock here. We were wondering if maybe they were coming up in through the insulation. So we kind of sheetrocked that in, put some steel wool in any of the cracks. You can see a little bit of gray right there. Oh, where is it? My finger. There we go. A little bit of gray right there. So that's just steel wool. We've learned from a pest control person that is the way to keep them out because they can't chew through that. And then we are just really game lovers, so I couldn't declutter our games too much. We, in fact, have decluttered them a ton. And here are our games. Our favorite currently that my husband and I play is Dominion. That's why it's got its own spot on top. Love that game. Our second favorite, I would say, is Carcassonne. And we also really love this group strategy game. So the whole group either wins or loses. Oh, these are so fun too. Exit games. It's like an escape room in a box. So you try to get out together. You can time yourself. We've never gotten it in the 1 hour time period, but that just makes it more fun because we can come back to it throughout the week. So we love games. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole laundry room declutter, and I hope that this inspires you, especially if you have a laundry room like me that isn't already pristine and finished and organized, that you will be able to tell that with a lot of hard work, decluttering, just keeping the things that you actually do use, trying to use some vertical storage like these shelves, putting like items with like items like in these bins, you can really have some function and a little bit of space. You're not crawling over things all the time. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like videos like these. I love to do before and afters of my cleaning and decluttering processes to upgrade our home. We're finding value in just keeping the minimal that we actually use, and it is improving our family and our day-to-day functions like this, doing laundry. So thanks for watching, and subscribe and click that bell if you would like to see more videos like these. Thanks a lot. P.S. one thing that I forgot to show you was the back of our laundry room door. It was unpainted before. An old stain was on there that was kind of getting scratched up and chipped up, so it looks so much better, all painted white. And I added this other pop of color. This other painting that I've had in my closet for a long time that I really wanted to find a place for. It's getting really reflective here, but there you go. It's a watercolor painting that I did, about 20 years ago. So, thanks for checking out my laundry room with me. Have a good week. Bye, everybody. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. Here are a few snapshots of before and afters. This is the before of the first glance into the laundry room, and this is the after. Quite a difference. A lot more organized, a lot more crisp and clean. Next, we have the before of this corner underneath my cabinets. You can see the pottery wheel is in there and just things piled everywhere. We had no room for things. And after, such organization has helped with the function a lot. We have these bins that hold different things. Everything has a purpose now. Here's the before of the blue cabinets with the glass. You can see through them. On top of the cabinets was very full. And the after. I am so glad that I decided to paint these cabinets, paint right over the glass to make them private. Now they have a purpose, exactly what we needed. And this shelf. We had this shelf plumb full with anything and everything. And afterwards, we have one shelf that has exactly what it needs to have on it, my husband's items. And then the second shelf has a place for the things we want to declutter. Last but not least, I found a picture of the door before it was painted with those files on the side of it. And after it's painted, it just looks so much more finished. I did actually put some trim around the door too and found this beautiful painting I wanted to put up. So thanks so much.